Hi, that's my Vehicross. I'm Craig. My front CV boot on the driver's side here has a tear in it on the outer boot. The inner boot is severely cracked, so I'm going to replace it. I'm not a mechanic. I don't know what I'm doing. You can watch this for entertainment, but don't take my advice because I'm a novice and I have tools, but I don't really know what I'm doing. I just research a lot. I've got Christine Hammock's instructions from the Facebook Vehicross website that explains how to do this, and I'm going to follow those instructions, and you can follow along with me in this video, and we're going to do it together. All right, let's go. That one has a bunch of grease. You can see it's got a hole right there. It's got another hole right there. This one, see if I can show you. I don't know if you can see that, but it's starting to crack right there. So, oops, starting to crack right here. So, very greasy, making a mess, about to crack and make its own mess. So we're gonna take this whole shaft out. Right here, this lower ball joint needs to be unbolted. And you can see there are 4 bolts right here that need to be unbolted to remove this. So we have to jack up this arm right here. Okay, so it's a little bit off of the jack stand. So I'm gonna just let it down a little bit. So hopefully that does the work. All right. Okay, so it's a bolt all the way through, and the bolt is spinning for that particular one. All right, so it looks like we got to move this from the bottom here to the top here. So I think I need to jack up a bit more.
You can see, those are pretty greasy too.
Okay, next bolt's out. That last one's stuck in there. it's kind of getting stuck. Oh, there we go. Look at that. It's free now. I see. There we go. All right, so we're repositioning this on top. How do we get that? Oh, there we go. Coming around. Oh, that's heavy. All right. So there we go. That's on top. Hooray. So that's where we're going. We're going to take that band off and then that band off. We have to take these two bands off to get this boot out of the way because there's a retaining clip inside here that we need to remove, and then we'll be able to pull this out from here, and then we can extract the whole thing. All right. You can see the crimp point right here. So now I can get to that, try and cut it out. Look at that. Got it. There we go. Okay, that's off. There it is. Aha. Look at that, I moved it in and now I can see it. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's right. It's right here. See that little, there's like an indent here. I'll wipe this off. See that little indent is? That's where you can stick something underneath there to get at it. So, if I can stick my screwdriver under there, I'm gonna try a pick. See if I can get it. There, oh, see, there, see? You guys can see that, right? See it coming out? There it is. Okay, let me grab it. All right. There it is. Look at that, it's out. See that? Okay, so it says to use a screwdriver to pry out the balls. So, can I get to them? I guess I have to go from this side. There we go. There's one. Okay. So there's a little indent here that you can go into to get underneath it, underneath the balls. Get them out. Try it with a pick. It's a little less invasive. There we go, there's two. So there is a snap ring on the end of the shaft. So I'll reposition so you can see that. All right, let's try these snap rings. Snap ring remover. It's just not quite opening up enough. Is it? Oh, yeah. Gonna have to sort of work it a little bit. Get one side up, then the other side. There we go. Got it. There it is. Took it off. So this, look at that, slides right off. See that? So that slides off, and that slides off. So those two pieces. Now it's important to note, one side of this is supposed to be tapered. Inside here, hopefully you can see that. On the inside, this side goes towards the wheels. This side, which doesn't have a groove in there, goes towards the engine. So wheel side, engine side. I need to remember that myself because I don't want to do it wrong. Okay, so those pieces are out. Snap ring is out. We can take this boot off. That's all cracked. There we go. Made kind of a mess up there. I'm gonna have to clean that up in a bit. So, gotta remove this one up here. This needs to come out. Right. So, boots off. Both boots are off. You can see the outer ball joint there. Instructions did not say to pull this one apart. We're just gonna pack it full of grease. So you can see there's a lip right here that we have to have the boot go onto. There's another lip, a little groove actually right here. That's where this side of the boot goes to, and then we're gonna clamp there, we're gonna clamp there. We're gonna fill this area with the grease they provided. Then we're gonna put the rest of the grease in here, and then we're gonna clamp this down. And then we'll kind of do the same for the other end once we've done all that. So I'm gonna cut off the corner. Cut off the corner of this so that we can squeeze the grease out. So we're gonna put this on here and make sure, of course, you've got the correct boot. Don't put the outer on the inner and vice versa. So make sure you've got the right one. So that's very important. Well, I made sure I've labeled mine when I got it. So this is outer. I know this is the right one. This goes on the outer, so this goes on first because it goes outside. So we're going to put that on. We're going to squeeze all the grease into that and put it in place. So now we're going to push that in place. Went too far. There we go. That's on the spot. Now we have to get this to sit properly. Oh, that was pretty easy. That was actually really easy. It's in place, I can feel it. It's on the groove here. It's over the groove there. Here's how this works. Put it on here. Figure out what's the best way so I can see what I'm doing. Put it on here. And there's 3 little teeth on this side that go into the holes here. So you're going to make sure it's in the right place on the back side. Bring it around. See if you can get it, how tight you can get it by hand. That seems pretty good. Make sure it's seated. There we go. Okay, boots in the right place, clamps in the right place. Because I want to do it right, I got the tool. So the tool just goes right on here. Hopefully this works because I don't have an extra one. So you just sort of, this does like a pinching action there on it, and it compresses it enough so that it's really tight. So, because on there decent now, but you know, you want to make sure it's really good. So here we go. Hopefully I do this right. Very first time trying to do this. All right. There we go. That's on there. Yeah, it's not moving. Okay. So this end. Make sure it's seated properly. Give it a little bit of room to breathe without poking a hole. Oh, you heard that, huh? It hissed. Okay. So there we go. That's all set. Next band goes on. This one's really long. Seems a little loose. Let's try and tighten that one more. No, I think that's about as far as it's gonna go. Okay, it's in the right place, ready to be crimped. Okay, that's on there. Look at that, folks. I did that. I don't even know what I'm doing. I did it. That's one of them down. Holy crap. My guy wanted to charge $2,500, $2,500 US to do this change. And I'm doing it with, I don't know, less than $100 in parts. So, holy crap. So that one's done. All right, here we go, round two. Boot number 2, going on. Okay, I'm just gonna move it up out of the way for now. And then we put this on. So put this on. This goes over it, and then the balls go in. Oh no, wait, so this goes on, then the snap ring, and then the balls. Okay, so there's our groove. So that goes on first. So that goes on, and now I can see the snap ring. So if I try putting on backwards, yep, see? I don't know if you can tell, but I can't see the snap ring. But if I put it on the correct way, very gently, you it goes down far enough that I can see the snap ring. Very tricky. So, next up is the snap ring. One thing to note, the kit that I got, here's the one that I got, I took off, okay? Here's the one I took off. As you can see, the new one, I don't know if you can see the difference, but it's quite a bit beefier. You see that difference between those two? So the new one is thicker, which is nice. So that goes, oh, looks like it's not quite seated. That's not great. Yeah, see? That's not right. I guess I have to go with the old one. Never mind about the beefiness. So putting the old one back on. There we go, it's on. This goes on. And I think I'm putting this in backwards too. Does it go in this way? I don't think it goes in that. Nope. Nope, I put it all in backwards. So I have to take this off. This goes on first. These are what happen. This is what happens when you're new at this, when you don't know what you're doing, which is what you see right here. Come on, get on there. There we go. Okay, there we go. That's the way it's supposed to be. Almost put that in wrong, folks. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put grease in. Those are all in there real good. Yeah, a lot of grease in there too, which is great. So I got a little bit of extra grease. Got some Moly EP, which has molybdenum disulfide, which is what is in this other grease. So you can probably tell me why that's a bad idea to add extra. Let me know why I'm doing it wrong. Glad to hear it. Okay, so now we got to position this back up into the spot, clamp the big side, burp it, clamp the little side, and then reattach. That is not light. Now I have to position this so that these ball bearings, there's grooves on the inside of this that it has to go into.